Yesterday is a movie directed by Danny Boyle, also the guy that directed a film that is really close to my heart, called 28 Days Later. Yes, it's an horror zombie film, but it's one of the first horror movies that I ever watched. It has some memories attached to it. Anyway, this film tells the story of a struggling musician who realizes that he's the only person on Earth who can remember the Beatles, after waking up in an alternate timeline where they never existed. Also, there's other stuff that never existed too, which adds a lot of humor to the film, and eventually he sees this as an advantage to use the music that only he can remember, claiming it's his own, in order to have success. Now, when I've read the plot, there was an instant click of interest. The idea itself felt really different, at least from what came out at the time this movie was released, so I had to check it out. Having seen the film now, I can surely say that this was an amusing story to follow. This movie can come out as cliché sometimes, but I found myself always interested because its essence is used in a really genuine and sweet way. Cliché aspects in movies nowadays aren't a problem. The real problem is when it's the same formula used in the same way. If the same formula is used to something unique with distinct characteristics, then it's cool. With that being said, this was a really funny movie for me. I already said this, but I'll say it again. If a movie makes me feel something that really hits me in the heart, then it's a good movie. There's definitely something strange here in a good way. As the narrative unfolds, there's always a detail to admire, and that's because the aesthetic of the film makes it even more intriguing and somehow funnier. The cast is great. I'd say that the performances are not perfect, and sometimes could have been a lot better, but overall they're decent. The moments between the characters are sweet and honestly came out as childish and innocent. Every person in this film felt like a big kid. The friendship between the two main characters in specific felt so special and true. It was a part of the film that really drove me to feel nostalgia and other emotions that I didn't expect. If a movie can take you on a journey that makes you feel something and affects you personally in many ways, then there's something special. Which is subjective, as I said before. I totally get that. In terms of writing, I feel that a few things could have been improved, especially the ending. There's emotional weight, but it felt out of place. I'll do to what the movie sets up. I got the message that it tried to show, but I wish it could be an ending that has a taste of finality. Also, cheesiness is something that must be put at the right time, and here at the end there's a scene that really didn't work for me. The cinematography is phenomenal, the camera work is fantastic, it's beautifully shot. I love the contrast between the color palette and the emotions in certain scenes. The music is fantastic, the whole soundtrack will please a lot of people that go to the film wanting to hear certain songs. Anyway, overall, Yesterday is a refreshing experience that I totally recommend. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. Let me know what's your thoughts on this movie. If you like my content, subscribe for more in the future. See you guys.